guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And in today's video, we're going to talk about two things that I love about homeschool. Now, this video is a part of a collaboration and it's hosted by two ladies here that you need to check out on YouTube. First off is Davine from Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shauna from Homegrown Homeschool. I wanted to make sure I had that name right. So they are the host of this collaboration. So you want to make sure you check out their channel, and you also want to make sure to check out that playlist in the description box so you can see all the homeschool love from the other ladies that are sharing. So many moons ago when I started this YouTube channel, which wasn't that long ago, like 2 years ago when we first started, 3 years ago. I don't remember. Anyway, I made a video, 5 reasons why we homeschool. And those are like the things I love about homeschool. So I'm not going to rehash that whole video. I will link it down below. Do not judge me on the quality of the video. I don't even think my face is in that video because for a while I was super shy and didn't want to be on screen. So like, they're lame. So don't judge, but definitely check it out if you want to see our reasons for homeschooling and why I love homeschooling. And I always throw it out there in a lot of my videos anyway, how I love the freedom and the flexibility. Those are all great things about homeschool. But today I'm going to talk about two things because this is our 4th year homeschooling. We came from a public school background, my son and I both. And this is our 4th year. And so we're kind of in this season where I have a couple of things I want to talk about that I love about homeschool that have never really affected me before. So first thing I want to talk about, and a reason why I love homeschool, is that right now and for the past couple of years, the world has went crazy. I don't know if you've noticed that, but a lot's been going on. And I couldn't imagine being the teacher that I was. I loved teaching. I taught kindergarten for many, many years. And when I think about how I ran my classroom and the activities that we did, and I think about doing it now, it makes me really sad because I couldn't imagine my kindergartner sitting in a desk. I mean, what 5-year-old sits in a desk all day? 6 feet from their friends, not playing in centers, not sharing. We had this whole classroom community where we shared things. You know, we shared our glue stick and we shared everything, including germs. I mean, I totally get it, but it makes me really sad. And I can't imagine me being the teacher I would want to be if I taught in these past couple of years or if I taught right now. I know I wouldn't be able to handle the in-person, virtual. Couldn't do it. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I like to stick to my plan and I couldn't do that. And so I'm thankful that I'm not in the school system. My husband has said that so many times that he's so happy that we homeschool and we are not having to deal with all that's going on right now. And so that's because of the season that we're in and how the world is. I'm so thankful that we homeschool and that that's an option because it's not an option for everybody. And it's something that we worked hard towards, like letting me leave my job and things like that. So it wasn't an easy decision, but I'm so glad it was an option, that homeschooling is an option and we're not in this mess. I can't imagine my son being out of school and him having to wear a mask all day. Now, he's great about it. We don't have anything against mask wearing. We do it when we go out. I wouldn't want him to sit all day long. The freedom that homeschool brings in, you know, we don't have to sit in a desk. We can go outside when we want to. Like, we have all those freedoms. And so during this time of my life and of my son's life, that's what I'm so thankful for homeschooling. And that's what I love about homeschooling is we don't have to worry about that. When these kids don't know if they're going to be virtual or in person, we don't have to worry about it. We go to a co-op that, you know, we just go see our friends. We don't have to worry about not seeing our friends. Like, just the flexibility of homeschooling is great during a time like this. So that's one of the things I love about homeschool is that we're not having to deal with all the mess that's going on. Like, our life can just keep going. You know, we didn't have to stop and me put all of his stuff on a computer and he has to sit in front of the computer all day. Like, our learning just kept going. And that's what's great about homeschools. That didn't get messed up. Yeah, did we have to stay at home more? Yeah, but that's okay because our learning never stopped. He hasn't forgotten anything. He hasn't, I keep hearing about, oh, these kids are so behind. They haven't been in the classroom, and we didn't have to worry about that. That's the great thing about homeschool is that you can keep going if you need to. But this leads into my second thing. Another great thing that I love about homeschool is when you need to take a break or you need to back off a little bit, you can. This is one thing that's never really affected us. Knock on wood. Okay. We have been very healthy. We've not had to have hospital stays. We've not been sick for an extended period of time, none of that. The great thing about homeschool, and the one thing that I love, is that it's so flexible that I don't have to worry about missing days of homeschool. So what I'm talking about is in this month, and by the time you watch this video, my husband will have already had back surgery. And that's a big deal for us because we've never had to deal with any of that. And so before we homeschooled, we would have had to arrange me being off work. We'd have to arrange for my son to miss a little bit of school. He might have to be taken by somebody else, picked up by somebody else. He's going to have to stay with somebody else. It would have been a disaster. We could have done it, but it would have been a mess. You can't miss school. You only get a certain amount of days you can be out of school. And being a teacher, I only had a certain amount of days that I could miss. And so it would have been a lot to work with, But the great thing about homeschool is we can be flexible. We actually started our school year in January. So by the time we got right here to January, I don't even know what I'm talking about. We actually started our homeschool year in July. This was July. We started in July, and we've worked up enough days that if we miss some in January because things are getting a little chaotic or things are a little overwhelming or we're trying to get my husband settled or his hospital stays longer than we expect, it's okay because we have already banked a bunch of homeschool days and we have until August to finish out our 180 days. That's what our state requires. If my son was in the school system, he could only miss a certain number of days and it would kind of disrupt his life. He would have different people taking him here and there. It would just be a mess. And so that's why I'm so thankful and love homeschool because I don't have to worry. We're still going to learn. We'll fit it in when we can. Once we get my husband settled, we're going to fit in our learning where we can in between taking care of him and making sure he's okay. And that's what I love about homeschool. I don't have the pressure and the stress of trying to figure out all this mess because we'll get to it. We'll get to all that learning. And in the meantime, my son will learn how to take care of somebody who's had surgery and how to be flexible and how to make things work when they're not your normal everyday things. So if you want to see our reasons for homeschooling, definitely check out that video. These are just my 2 reasons that I love it right now. There's so many things to love about homeschool, and we're so fortunate that we live in a time that we can homeschool, and there's so many things available to us. So I urge you to check out that playlist and hear all those other reasons why these mamas homeschool. And make sure you subscribe to their channels. Thanks for hosting this collaboration. And as always, thank you so much for watching.